Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Crowd here in anticipation of their home team Lakers in an interconference battle here at the Staples Center. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Kemba Walker?
Well, there's no doubt he's the one his teammates look to fill that leadership role. When adversity hits, when things aren't going well for the team, he's the one who kind of rallies the troops. And when he gets going like that and takes on that ownership of the team, that's when you see his true value to the club.
And he also is incredibly adept at running the pick and roll. He almost always makes things happen when he instigates that play.
It looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Young with the ball. Nash with it. Young outside. Outside Bryant. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Bryant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Guys, for Kobe Bryant last season, you talk about adversity. I mean, the coaching change, the team struggled, and finally, once they started to get back on track right at the end of the season, he tears his Achilles tendon. Tough break.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Nick Young on the wing. Passes it to King. Corner shot. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And for Kobe Bryant, the completely torn Achilles tendon. You wonder if his big minutes at age 34 is second in the league, for instance, in minutes played.
Tore it down that time. Oh, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
And the offense, I mean, 3 or 4, a solid start for this game.
It's Nash with the drive. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. The Bobcats have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Walker. Again, the Bobcats score.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kobe kicks to Keeman. Back to Bryant. And he gets the jumper to drop. Bryant's got 7 points.
Well, he's found his game in this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Feeds it to Walker. Jefferson dishes to Walker. Pass to Henderson. He kicks to Zeller. Jefferson trying to break loose. Shot by Zeller, no good. The Lakers trail. The drive by Bryant. Nash outside. From the arc. And the Lakers get it back.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Jefferson. That is good. He's got 6.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Jefferson's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Inside to Gasol. And stolen by Zeller. And fast break. Kid Gilchrist has got it. And the dunk by Zeller.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end. I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. He's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Steve Clifford had a few moments to share with me. We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump jump shots, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, you know, when you're a team that's young and can't score, it's hard to win anywhere, especially on the road, though. Bobcats just were often overmatched when they were on the road.
Got a piece of it. Ramon Sessions with the steal. And it's the Bobcats on the break. Gordon's running and slam dunk by Kid Gilchrist.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Going back to the Bobcats on the road, it was definitely their undoing as they ended up with a league worst 6 road wins on the season. That's just unacceptable.
Yeah, but it's just reality, too. I mean, when you don't have players who can score and attack and create offensively, you're going to struggle on the road. And they just didn't have anybody who was capable of carrying their team through the inevitable adversity that hits when you're on the road.
And here's Charlotte. They're on a 16-7 run. And Sessions kicks to Gordon. Sessions dishes to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. This one for 3. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Play kicks to Farmoff. Johnson for 3. And again, no good by the Lakers. And here's Charlotte. They're on an 18-7 run. Sessions gets a screen from Biombo. Sessions passes to Zeller. And Sessions kicks to Gordon. Dishes it to Sessions. Clock at 6. Charlotte moving it around. Gordon goes in. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. Gordon's got his first bucket in this one.
They built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and
an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Bobcats out in front as they end the second quarter on a 20-7 run. Live from the Staples Center. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And let's take a moment, guys, to give a take on the scoring so far for the Bobcats.
early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
On the court right now for the Bobcats, we've got Ramon Sessions. Josh McRoberts out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Michael Kidd Gilchrist, and it's Gordon in at the 2 spot. Lakers trail by 14. Nash kicks to Young, takes the 3. And that's collected by McRoberts. The Bobcats shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Sessions, no good.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Well, he's a really difficult cover because if he gets anywhere near the rim, he can finish. Great strength, the ability to convert in the lane. Boy, that's tough to defend.
And applies even if he has to absorb contact getting to the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And it's Kemba Walker in for Ben Gordon. Kicks to Bryant. Launches a 3. They get it back. Hill dishes to Keeman. Rejected by Biyombo. Henderson with on Bryant. And that one's good. And the Bobcats lead by 18.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, guys, Kobe Bryant is now the longest tenured Laker ever. Magic called him the greatest Laker ever. On a team that's had so many terrific players, that is a monumental statement.
Jefferson's checked in for the Bobcats. And for Kobe, he said at this point, he'll never go to another team. It's important for him to retire a Laker. You don't hear that from a lot of guys.
No, Reggie Miller with the Pacers, Larry Bird with the Celtics, but not often. And I think it does add to a player's legacy, and it adds to the history and the legacy of the franchise as well. So I think it's important that Kobe remains in that Laker jersey.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, guys, for Steve Nash last season, became just the 5th player in league history to crack 10,000 assists, joining John Stockton, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, and Magic Johnson. Nash said, to have just one scholarship offer and to play in the NBA as long as I have and to be on a list with people like Magic is beyond my wildest dreams. Adding, it's incredibly special, humbling, and a tribute to playing with a lot of great players over my career. No surprise, fellas, giving credit to his teammates.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris. Walker the pass to Jefferson. And the rebound goes to Nash. Lakers trail by 14. For the three. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. That's 10 points for Nash.
That's like a layup for him. He's wide open out there.
So Charlotte calls timeout. Their first. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And Walker kicks to Anderson. Back to Walker. The feed to Jefferson. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike D'Antoni was discussing with his players. He was intent on running the offense through Kobe. Coach stressed the importance of starting their possessions by getting him the ball, something that hasn't been happening as often as it typically does. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris.
You know, offensively last season, guys, the Lakers just never seemed to be able to get out of their own way. I mean, they had the worst turnover ratio in the league, and they really struggled to take care of the ball. And even when they got up and shot, a lot of them were questionable shots. They shot the 3rd most threes in the league, but were in the bottom half of the league in percentage.
Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Nash. The Bobcats have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. Wide open. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got 6 in the quarter. And going back to the Lakers' offensive troubles last season, the worst free throw percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
And obviously that's attributed directly to Dwight Howard, I mean, because the Lakers also led the league in free throw attempts. So Howard was getting hacked. He really couldn't get it going. He made about half his free throws for the season. And that just really carried over into the team's performance.
And here's Bryant for 3. No good. And it's the Bobcats taking it the other way. And here's Sessions. Pass to Walker. He feeds it to Jefferson. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Sessions. Right wing. Outside, Walker. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Bobcats lead by 13. LA's gone 1-6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Bryant, that's for 2. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Frank. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
The Lakers shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Hill dishes to Nash. Puts one up from 19. That doesn't go anywhere for Kobe.
Looks like he's lost his focus a little bit. Not playing well in this quarter.
Sessions passes to Jefferson. Here's Walker, and it's sent back by Bryant. And he's able to get it back.
The defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Biombo is checked in for Jefferson. Zeller comes in for Josh McRoberts. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Sessions. The kick out to Young. Hill dishes to Kaman. Young outside. Shot to stop the drought. That's good.
Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on him.
6 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Walker goes in. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm with Coach Mike Dan.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back as we return here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
We saw some good action from Nash. He has 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Steve Clifford has 13 years of experience as an NBA assistant coach with stops in New York, Houston, Orlando, and Los Angeles, and now as the new coach in Charlotte. I think he's the guy that's going to do well there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Hill is out there with Nick Young, and it's Kaman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Young kicks to Kobe. From deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Clifford, the 6th head coach in the Bobcats' 10-year history streak.
Well, he's a defensive-minded coach. Jeff Van Gundy clone, someone who worked for Van Gundy in Houston, but has always been highly regarded around the league. I think he's going to make a good impact in Charlotte.
Got that one up quick. That's now 8 points for Al Jefferson.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
And here's Walker outside. Rebound Hill. Hill's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nash against Kid Gilchrist. Nash the pass to Kobe. From deep 3-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Kobe's got 10. Bobcats leading by 10. Charlotte calls timeout.
Well, you look at the Lakers' struggles last season. I think it surprised most of us. You know, some of it was injuries. Part of it was just a lack of production off the bench. Then there was the inconsistency of the coaching and just the number of different people who were on that bench. So difficult season for the Lakers.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike D'Antoni was discussing with his players. He thinks the use of ball screens against this defense would make a huge difference, and that's what he relayed to his players. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris. And you look at the struggles of the Lakers bench last season. When injury struck, they didn't have the players really to fill that void.
Yep. You know, Kevin, I think for the Lakers, the bold strokes for the star players have been impressive, but it's the fine details of finding undervalued role players. That's where they've been lacking. Once injuries happened, that was thrown into sharp relief. And really, even when healthy, to win a title, you can't just have a great starting 5. We know that. You need another 4 or 5 players you can count on to give you quality minutes. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark, that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice. Just a gorgeous assist.
Launches it. Kobe can't get that one to fall.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Walker dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Jefferson. Hands the 12-footer. Jefferson's got 10 points in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here's Nash outside, but he recovers it. The kick out to Young. Can they get it? And the shot is good. He has 6. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Walker against Nash. Henderson kicks to Jefferson. Takes it from 10. No good off the back of the rim. Lakers trail by 15.
Well, you know, Big Al Jefferson was a name that was getting tossed around the trade rumor mill last deadline. That's something you have to expect when you're as talented as he is with a contract that's set to expire.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Now Henderson. He's got 6. Clock at 4. Tries to save it. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
And, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard, giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Nash against Walker, looking to get it going, and he lays it up and in. Walker's got 7 points. And for Al Jefferson, still yet to make an all-star game, somewhat surprising, but it seems like all the time he's often in that conversation.
And he should be. He's a top-tier big man. Ever since his arrival in this league, he's been really good on the low block. Strong, good scorer, but never quite good enough to get into that all-star game.
Offensive rebound, and he uses the glass on the lane. Jefferson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Back to Kobe. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They led by as many as 18 points.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Zeller. Walker against Bryant. Walker dishes to Zeller, and the shot is good.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's Young. Shoots it. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Fell through 3/4 of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
A tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect. The gorgeous feed there.
On the floor for Charlotte. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Ben Gordon out there with Ramon Sessions. And it's Kid Gilchrist with the free throw. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. There's Gordon with the 3. Shot's good. Gordon's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bobcats. Kobe kicks to Kamen. Back to Bryant. It's deflected and stolen by Gordon. Now here's Sessions. Fast break opportunity here, and he gets it to go. And the Bobcats lead by 21. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bobcats.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Charlotte leading by 18. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. There's the dish to Sessions. The pass to Kid Gilchrist. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way up.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Timeout called the Lakers.
You know, a lot of people thought Bismack Biyombo would blossom this past season, but he never really made that big jump everybody was hoping for, guys. Was still a shot blocking machine, but seemed to be more or less the same player he was as a rookie.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Pau Gasol's checked in for Hill. Johnson comes in for Young, and Steve Blake is subbed in for Steve Nash. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey guys, I got a chance to hear what what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. The ball has to be fed into the low post much more than it has been to this point. That was his message. He said, they're giving us room down low. Let's take advantage of it. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris. Bobcats leading by 17. And for Biombo, the athleticism is there. The Charlotte team raves about his work ethic, but he's still, I think, in a lot of people's minds has ways to go.
Yeah, especially offensively, Kevin. He's very raw at that end of the floor. Very athletic, good shot blocker and rebounder. But can he develop any kind of feel as an offensive player? That's the question mark for Biombo. That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Gordon. Misses the three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
And that one's good.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Sessions dishes to Kid Gilchrist. To the paint. Here's Zeller. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
Well, I think one of the stories has been rebounding.
Lakers trail by 16. Blake kicks to Kamen. On the wing, Kobe. There's the three. Sessions with the rebound. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. He dishes it to Zeller. Sessions passes to Kid Gilchrist. Feeds to Sessions. No good with the triple.
It's just been one of those days for him. He has really struggled.
Kamen with the ball. Now guarded by Biombo. Gasol kicks to Bryant. The tray. And he gets it to go. Kobe's got 24 points.
Well, offensively, he needs much less space to operate than most players. It's amazing how well he can get his shot off, even with somebody right in his face.
You know, even the tightest defensive pressure doesn't seem to faze him in the least. I mean, you can attribute it to his concentration, where he has incredible focus, or you could just say he's one of those gifted scorers. Another thing about him is how quick he is to react when he's defending near the hoop. A lot of his blocks, so to speak, come at waist level because he pokes the ball away as his man is on the way up.
Here's Biombo, defended by Kamen. And Sessions kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The shot's good. Sessions making him pay. Sessions has got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for the Bobcats.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Well, that's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
Poked away. Blake with the steal. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Johnson. Good.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Kid Gilchrist against Johnson. Now here's Zeller. Defense is right there. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Gasol, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
The offensive rebound.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted the win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it, Steve. Played harder and got the job done.
Here's Sessions. And the call will be against Steve Blake. That's his first foul. Now here's Zeller. So no problem for...
Well, Gerald, we know you demand a lot.